Hello, good afternoon. Yeah, hope everyone's good today and still with the CGS and the research methodology. Yeah, module 4 today is about analysis. Yeah, data presentation and discussion. Yeah. Mm, Now 34. I think we take another maybe 1 to 2 minutes to see other friends to enter to the room. Yeah. May I know who's online now? Yeah. Can you introduce yourself and your program? Yeah, your registered program, the master in what or PhD in what? Okay, I'm Dr. Tawi, yeah, from the Faculty of Technology Management and Business. Yeah, I've been supervised, I think, about 40 students graduated or to 50. I'm not sure already. Yeah, PhD and master by research. Yeah, beside also supervise the students by talk course. My background is in environmental management because I touch under construction and the Faculty of Technology Management. So my research is quite multidisciplinary. Yeah, at the moment also look into the TVET, yeah, for the disabled people, and also involved in the project in ASEAN. Yeah, develop the autism policy for ASEAN members, and then also involved the spatial project from Canadian. Yeah, Canadian governments provide us about 1 million on the project's waste to energy, uh, knowledge transfer on waste to energy to the ASEAN. And roughly, I also research in the waste management and community development and others are part of the management aspect, yeah, as well as related to the program and the faculty of the technology management. And I noticed that this afternoon suppose have the students about 100 or maybe probably 60 or 40. I'm not sure. Yeah, maybe CGS can help me to give the number, or shall we start? Anyone want to introduce yourself? Yeah, just on the mic and camera. Yeah, because now using all the internet, yeah, through the Zoom, I can see each one's the faces. Maybe it's the students under my faculty. Yeah. Okay, we start with Abdul Aziz Omar. Yeah. Oh, no, okay. Maybe not available. Yeah, okay.
No, I'm available. I'm here.
Yeah, okay. Abdul Aziz Omar, yeah. You're from which faculty?
Vocational and technology faculty, and I'm doing PhD in education.
Oh, a PhD in education, okay. Shafina?
Hello, good afternoon.
Afternoon, yeah.
My name is Shafina binti Muhammad Yunus. I'm PhD student, semester 1 from PPUK.
PPUK. Oh, okay. Social
Okay, thank
science.
you.
Yeah, okay. Welcome. Aizat? Yeah, Mr. Aizat. Yeah. Aizat Daniel.
And hello, good afternoon, Prof.
Hi, good afternoon. Yeah.
My name is Izzat Daniel bin Azli, and I was master student, first semester, from FPTV.
PTV. Okay, technology, technical and vocational. Yeah.
Yes. Okay, thank you, Prof.
Okay, thank you. Siti Nur Aisyah.
I'm Siti Naisha binti Rusdi from FPTP, first semester for master.
Okay. Atira. Yeah. Yeah. Ahira. Adila.
Hi, Prof.
Hi, yeah.
Okay, my name is Nur Atira binti Hussein. You can call me Atira.
Mm.
I'm a second semester
Mm.
PhD,
Okay, which faculty? Yeah.
FPTP.
Oh, yeah. And who's your supervisor?
Uh, PM Dr. Fauzi.
Oh, PM Fauzi, okay. Yeah, no, thank you. No,
Thank
Aziza?
you.
Yeah. Okay. Nor Africa? Nor Hira? Yeah.
Hello, doctor. My
Hi.
name is Nurul Nadika, and I'm first semester in Master by Research.
Mm-hmm.
I'm from FPTP. Thank you.
Yeah. Which faculty?
FPTP,
FPTP. Pengurusan Teknologi
yes,
dan Perniagaan.
yes.
Okay. Who's your supervisor?
Dr. Rumaiza.
Oh, the organizer. Okay. Thank you. Noliza? Yeah.
Is it me, Prof?
Yeah, Hashim. Yeah.
Yes,
Anak
sorry.
pada Hashim. Yeah.
Good afternoon, Profi and everyone. My name is Nolita Hashim. I'm a PhD student from FPTV.
Okay.
Thank you, Prof.
Thank you. Okay. Muhammad Sulaiman.
Yes, doctor.
Okay, where come from?
Good afternoon and good morning
Yeah.
from Dubai.
Oh, Dubai. Okay. Lovely country. Yeah, I've been there.
Yeah, I am from business. My supervisor is Dr. Sarah.
Okay, Dr. Sarah. Okay, good. Yeah. Abdul Aziz is from which country? Somalia or UAE? Yeah.
Actually, I'm Somali Canadian.
Okay. Yeah.
I have both citizens, Canadian and Somali.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you. Okay. Ainin Jamil. Yeah.
Hi, doctor.
Hello.
My name is Aidin Jamal. I'm a semester 2 master by research student. I'm from the FPTV faculty.
Okay. FPTP. Okay. Thank you. Yeah. Ismailiza. Ismail. Yeah.
Yes, doctor.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, good afternoon. My name is Noris Maliza binti Ismail. Okay, I'm from FTV, semester 1 in PhD.
Okay.
Okay, thank you,
Thank
Prof.
you. Yeah. Jason. Jason
Good
Ngô.
afternoon, Prof.
Okay. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Prof. My name is Jason. I'm master student for first semester and PBUK faculty.
Okay, BBUK faculty. Yeah. BBUK faculty offer the PhD in social science.
Master
PhD?
of
Master
of Philology.
Oh, Master of Philosophy. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Muhammad Adil. Yeah. Hi, Mr. Muhammad Ali. Eddie. Sorry. Yeah. Is it ADLI? Adli or Adli? I can't get you. Yeah. It's okay. Nazro Sakawi. Yeah.
Hello, good afternoon, Prof.
Hi, good afternoon. Yeah.
My name is Nazrul Hafsi bin Zakawi. Prof, you can call me Nazrul. I'm a student from FPTV.
Okay, you're from Sarawak?
Yes, yes, Prof.
Yeah, because I have the close friend from UTM, UKM. Yeah, Sakawi also. Yeah, father's name, his name. Oh yeah, okay, thank you. Haris Fedi. Yeah.
Good afternoon, Prof. I'm
Hi,
Harish. I'm doing my PhD this is my first semesters. My supervisor is Dr. Nora. Thank you.
Oh, Dr. Nora Fisher?
Yes, Prof.
Okay. Yeah. Good. So Haris is from which company?
I'm from the state of government, Sarawak state government.
Sarawak State of Government. Okay. Okay. Miss Sarifuddin or Mr. Sarifuddin.
Hello, Prof.
Okay, sorry. Yeah.
My name is Muhammad Sarifuddin Osman Ali Mustafa from Faculty FPTV.
Okay.
PhD semester 1.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Okay. Nur Fasha Zainar. Yeah.
Good afternoon.
Yeah.
My name is Fasha Zainal. I'm doing PhD in technology management from FPTP.
Okay. Who's your supervisor?
Dr. Shafi'i.
Oh, Dr. Shafi'i. Okay. Now he moved to the business, right?
JBS.
Yeah. So are you going
Yeah.
moving over there?
I know.
It's okay. Still remain in the faculty because over there don't have the PhD, so it's okay. Yeah. Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay. Miss Mimi Rashida.
Hi. Hello.
Mhm.
Hi. Good afternoon. My name is Mimi Rashida. I'm from FPTV, first semester in PhD.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you. Mr. Aizat.
Hello, good afternoon, Prof.
Yeah. Afternoon.
Okay, I am Muhammad Izzat Sabi, from a PhD student of JBS. My supervisor is Professor Rahman.
Okay.
Thank you, Prof. Yep.
Thank you. Mhm. Mr. Ayo Lawi, special name. Yeah. Ayo. Oh no,
Good
changed
afternoon, Prof.
already. Okay. Hi.
I'm Daniel Oyemechi Daniel.
Okay.
I'm a progress student from Masters to PhD in the Faculty of Technology Management and Business. And my supervisor is Juan Roizan.
Okay. Thank you. Miss Nur Hidayah. Okay.
Hello, Prof.
Hey, hello.
Hidayah binti Muhammad. I'm doing PhD for my first semester from FETD.
Okay. Mr. Khairul is one. Yeah.
Good afternoon, Prof.
Hi.
My name is Khair Izwan bin Mustafa. I am PhD student from Faculty FPTB, and my supervisor is Dr. Zurina.
Okay. Dr. Zurina, yeah. And next, wait, so I losing the signal here. Okay. Okay. No, Aina. Yeah. Miss Nur Aina Farna. Okay. Muhammad Zul Iskandar. Yeah.
Hello, good afternoon, sir.
Afternoon, yeah.
Yeah, my name is Muhammad Zul Iskandar Mizukifli. I'm first semester of Master Research from FPTV.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Faris Shaban. Yeah. Faris. Okay. Next, Ahmad Adib.
Assalamualaikum, Prof. My name is Ahmad Adib. Good evening. I am from PPUK as a student master first semester. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Safe drive. Drive safely, yeah. Okay. Zulfana. Yeah. Miss Zulfana. Yeah.
Hi, Doctor. Good afternoon. My name is Zulfana. Zulfana Lidinila. I'm a PhD student, first semester from Faculty Technology Management.
Oh, okay. Who's your supervisor?
Dr. Muhammad Ahmad Safi.
Okay. Wait, the other 7 I can't see through. Is it the Miss Dura? Yeah.
Okay, good afternoon, Doctor.
Hi.
Okay, my name is Zuraiha binti Mustafa. I am PhD student from FPTB faculty for semester 1.
Okay.
Okay, my SV PM Dr. Badaruddin.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Good. Okay.
Alright.
Now he's a professor already, right?
Ya, ya betul.
Salah address, yeah. Okay, because I have the other one 7. Yeah, here I can't see through. Yeah. Yeah. Anyone is that? Yeah, I'm not addressed. Yeah. Can you address yourself here? Because I have the 7 now. I can't see. Yeah, the next 7 people in the room. Yeah.
Hello, Prof.
Hi. Yeah.
Hi, I am Ahmad Hazib bin Baisan
Mm-hmm.
from PPUK, Master of Philosophy, first semester.
Mm-hmm. Okay,
Yeah,
good.
thank you.
Okay, thank you. So next. Yeah.
Hi, Doctor.
Hi.
Aisha Hirza,
Mm-hmm.
PhD student, semester 5.
Yeah.
Part-time student from Faculty Civil.
Mm-hmm. Oh, faculty civil can attend the seminar for social science.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So next, yeah.
Hi, Doctor.
Hi.
My name is Isabeti Mualla. I am PhD student from FPTP. My
Okay.
supervisor is Dr. Muhammad Fahmi bin Abdullah.
Okay. Yeah. So next.
Good afternoon, sir.
Mhm.
My name is Muhammad Alif Mifzah bin Azman Shah. So I'm a first semester student in a Master of Research. So I'm from FPTP.
Okay. Mhm. Yeah. Next.
Hi, Doctor.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So my name is Cik Muji binti Cik Daud. I'm a first semester of master student of science in technology management. My supervisor's name is Dr. Nur Aziati binti Abdul Hamid.
Okay. Good. Yeah. Next. Okay. If no more people here, maybe extra will come in. Yeah. Maybe someone's having lunch. Yeah. Lunchtime. Yeah. Yeah, I try to share the talk. Yeah. Okay, get my PowerPoint here, PDF, research methodology. Is it? Is it the document?
Yes, Doctor. On
Yeah.
the screen already.
Yeah, on the screen, because sometimes I'm not sure is it on the screen or not. Okay, today and tomorrow, you all will with me about the research methodology, module 4, social science, result and
Excuse me,
discussion.
Prof.
Yeah.
Just to reconfirm, we are now looking at your document folder.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah. Wait a moment. Why can't share? Yeah? Wait a moment. Suppose can see through my. Okay. Share again. Okay. Can you see through the slide?
Okay, research method module 4.
Yeah, module 4, right? Okay. Yeah, okay, thank you. Yeah. I'm Dr. Tawi, yeah. Okay, from the Faculty of Technology Management and Business. Outline of the presentation today is a qualitative research, yeah, but we are more focused on the, today is a qualitative, tomorrow is focusing on the quantitative research. Yeah, so today's outline is about qualitative research, qualitative data, qualitative analysis, qualitative software, and qualitative reporting. Yeah. Yeah. The first about the qualitative, yeah, you need to organize the data. There's many data you can get, yeah, through the qualitative perspective. Yeah, we are interview people, and then we get some data, and then we explain it, and then we try to come up with a deductive concept. Yeah, from the data with screening, and then we come up with a theory. This is qualitative. Yeah, so we need to do the data cleaning and label the data, structuring and familiarizing the data also. This is a process, yeah, data, organizing the data. Why only 3 pages here? Wait a moment, I already. I double check, yeah, my document, why what I'm sharing is. I try to merge my reader. So sorry about it. Yeah, take more. Why only put 3 pages? I'm gonna try to merge it into the big file. Yeah. Yeah, excuse me, yeah. Some technical problem. Okay, sorry. Yeah, I have to send again my document.
It's okay, Prof. Take your time.
Yeah. Yeah. Can you see the outline of the presentation again?
Not yet.
No? No, still no.
You are sharing Google Meet interface.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. If entitled. Okay. Okay. Can you see outline of the presentation?
Yes, can, Prof.
Yeah, can already.
Yes.
Yeah? Okay, thank you for updating me. Okay, next is a qualitative research. Yeah, qualitative and quantitative sometimes for social science, they say quantity is better, quality is less. It depends. Yeah, for me, I'm social sciences. Yeah, we are social sciences. Each method is to refer to our research design. Yeah, what we are going to look into, and then what's the problem going to solve. So quality and quantity, for me, is quite similar. Yeah, it depends again. Yeah, what's the research, what design? Yeah, where we going want to use. Okay. So what is the qualitative research? Develop a concept which help us to understanding the social phenomena in natural. So the setting given the due of the emphasize to the meaning and experience and views of the participants. Yeah, something concept, yeah, that we are going to solve the phenomena of the social science. Yeah, the social sciences, we try to look into the issue and then in the social sciences. So we using the qualitative. Yeah, they have the pro and con using the qualitative. I think when you gone through the process of reading, you will get a lot of the information. Dimension and qualitative method. First, understanding the context. Yeah, how economics, as an example, politics, social, cultural, and environmental, and organization factors influence health. This is one of the example. The second is understanding the people. We need to understanding the people. Yeah. As an example, how people make sense of their experience of health and diseases. Yeah. They look into the diseases aspect, how people make sense. So we use a qualitative. We want to understanding the interactions about the people or about the stakeholder inside there. So we involve the different people or public health activity interactive. Okay, so there is many skills. I think feels many concept or technique. Yeah, for us to get the data. Yeah, and then it refer again. What's your objective? And then what's your target? Yeah. This is a table about the qualitative and quantitative, the basic differences. We look at the purpose. The first, qualitative, to describe a situation, gain insight of the particular practice. We try, to describe the situations, to look into the date situation. Yeah. For the quantitative, they just to measure the magnitude. How widespread is this practice? So meaning, one is a look into describe the situation. The other one is a look into the measure the magnitude. Yeah. For the second one, is look at the format of qualitative. No predetermined response categorized. Yeah, we are not categorize it. But the quantitative predetermine the response, categorize, and standard measure. Yeah. For the quantitative, they are more using the standard measures. But qualitative also we also the standard. But the standard is the differences. Yeah, the standard is depends of us to choose our respondents. Yeah, stakeholders involved in the study. Thirdly, we look into the data. Yeah, qualitative is in-depth, explanatory data from the small samples. Maybe you just study one company. Yeah, one of my friends from UK, he did qualitative analysis on the environmental perspective, environmental governance. Yeah, if not wrong, he studied only one company and one person. So how depth of the explanatory they need. Yeah. If the data for the quantitative is a wide breadth of the data from the large statistical responsibility sample. Yeah, normally. Now for the quantitative, many students or some of my students, we refer the Clancy Morgan. There's a specified the sampling. Yeah, how many sample based on the populations. Yeah, the direct already calculate for us. Yeah, we don't need to, like last time, come up with a statistic and then we calculate the sampling. Fourth is to look into the analysis. Yeah. Qualitative, they draw the pattern from the concept and insight. Yeah. They try to come up with a concept. Yeah. Normally in quantitative, they test the hypothesis, use the data to support the conclusion. But qualitative, they draw the pattern. Yeah. From the beginning, they telling us about the elements of the study. And then after the analysis, qualitative will conclude which element have the strong relationship and then have the relation among them. Yeah, they draw the whole of the picture of the study like framework. Yeah, is part of it. For the quantitative, they start with a very consistent of the study on the literature review. Yeah, they develop the theoretical framework, and then they develop the relationship among the variable. Yeah, based on the where it's based on the what study based on the previous study. Either we accept or we ignore of the relationship. Yeah, strong relationship or weak relationship. For the analysis part, qualitative is about the illustrative explanation and individual response. Yeah, maybe it depends just a few of the respondents. For the quantitative, they look the other way around. They look into the numerical aggregations in the summary and respond are clustered. Yeah, so this is the big differences also. And samplings, qualitative is based on the theoretical, yeah, those are involved, and spatial sampling method they use, yeah, compared to the quantitative. It's more toward the statistical. Okay? So on the research questions, quantitative is fixed and very focused. Yeah. And then for the qualitative, quantitative is fixed, and qualitative is very quite broad in the conceptual, and then they're quite flexible because the qualitative not yet come up with the conclusion. Yeah, for the quantitative, they must very fixed and focused. Yeah, they have the strong analysis. Let's say they already build out the hypothesis. Yeah, they have a strong, significant relationship among the ABC toward in the context of DEF. That's it. Okay. So for the qualitative is quite broad. They cannot summarize it. They will summarize in the context last chapter. Yeah. So expectation outcome identified in the advance. Yeah. So they come up with a hypothesis. Qualitative usually not predefined and emerge a research question. Yeah. And then the hierarchies of phases. Quantitative is the linearly. Yeah. Linear. Yeah. The linear progress. And then beside that, the qualitative is the other way around. There is a circular aspect. Because from starting, they find out there's some important things going to solution. They couldn't come up with the conclusion first. Yeah. Through the interview, observation, everything. And then they come out with the result, and then they can conclude. That's why they so-called the circulars. Yeah. Confounding factors in the quantitative is a control during the design and analysis. And for the qualitative, it's a search in the field. Yeah, it's a different. Yeah, still searching. Yeah. So today we are focusing on the searching in the field. It's a qualitative. So quantitative, slow time dimension. Yeah. Qualitative, rapid to slow. Why? Because it's sometimes easy to get the information, we direct can get the data ready. Yeah. But no, as we know, yeah, when we meeting the people as a social sciences, yeah, it's hard to get on the spot. Yeah, our question interviews. Yeah, I mean, somehow have to take the time, take more times to complete it. So data creation and method, quantitative, they got a sampling like a random. Qualitative, open-ended and less structure protocol. Is more flexible. Yeah, qualitative, where we could use a few methods, yeah, to collect our data. It's back to your your research design. Yeah. Later on, I will touch up some sampling, yeah, in which aspect that we look into. Tools, yeah, for quantitative structured data collections instruments. For the qualitative, it depends on the interactive interview. Yeah. Result for the quantitative, produce a result that generalize, compare, and summary. Yeah, they look into the generalize, either compare it, they have the differences. We use ANOVA t-test, or we use uh, uh, the analysis to look into the relationship. Yeah. So for the qualitative, it's a produce a result that give the meaning, experience, and feel. Yeah, that's why for me, actually, qualitative is more difficult than the quantitative. Model for combination quali and quantitative method. Yeah. I think some of you are research using the combine mixed method, qualitative and quantitative. Yeah. During my PhD time, I also using both. Yeah, quali and quanti, I combine it, yeah, in my study. Yeah, it depends again back to your philosophy of research, and then with your study design, yeah, method design, and so on. Important concept in designing qualitative research. The first, they look into the natural setting. At this section, participants are free from any control. Data are collected in their natural environment. Means you must base on who is your respondent. You're focusing on it, and then they are free, and then from the control. Yeah, so you can control yourself, and then to get the participant or respondents. Yeah, it is quite free. Yeah. Secondly, holism. The whole is more than the sum. It take the magnitude of the conceptual factors into the account. So, yeah, what elements, yeah, you have to study. And even though we are so-called qualitative is quite lossy, but in chapter 2, you must have the strong 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 interpretation or synthesis of your data, yeah, the previous study about the nature of your study, and then what elements they have to take into account in your study. Yeah? Third is human as a research instrument. Yeah, it's a difficult sometimes. Yeah, we meet people to get involvement, but somehow they are not. They are studying. Okay. They are like putting on mode with us. Later on, they will feel like why take too long in the interview section and so on. Yeah. But for the qualitative and quantitative, this both method, because I'm social sciences, yeah, during the undergraduate, so I quite enjoy this both method, yeah, qualitative or quantitative. Especially, I love meeting people to understanding more about our research. Yeah, that's why my students, most of them are using the mixed method. Yeah. Emergent design, study design, emergence for the further insight and gain through the data collection analysis. Okay. Salutations and redundancy. Yeah, normally we get the redundancy, the information. Yeah. So it's back to the basic questions. My student always will ask me how many respondents for qualitative. I think you can try to get as much as you can. Yeah, once we identify our respondents, yeah, you try to get as much you can because from the end of the session, not end, the middle of session, you can get the information that is quite similar, the data when you collect it. Meaning you can stop. Yeah. Sometimes I ask my student to get at least 30 or 40 is based on the study. Sometimes some of my students just identify 15 to 20. When they get the interview people, the questions or the answer is quite similar for the particular questions, I will ask them to stop. Meaning later on you will get quite similar things. Meaning it's a suit. The number of the respondent is for your study. Common qualitative study design. Yeah, study design is the descriptions. You try to describing some things. Yeah, from our data. Yeah, we look in some of the study design, ethnographic. Yeah, study on the people. Yeah, indigenous people, like study of the storytelling. Yeah, cultural study and cultural awareness and sensitivity. Maybe. Yeah, this is ethnographic study, and the other one is a phenomenology. Phenomenology. Okay, it's about the study individual their life experience, life experience, event like experience of the AIDS care, and then somehow so they may have the like parentings in autism. Yeah, we need to interview people. So this is based on the experience. Number 4 is ground theory. Is going beyond adding the existing body of knowledge, developing a new theory about the phenomena or theory grounds on data. This is always I hope that my student will bring in. And then somehow, nowadays, when I assess the thesis from other university, I think the students, especially PhD students, is hard. The students are doing the qualitative analysis. They are lacking in the ground theory. Grounded theory meaning when you go through the whole study, interview and analyze, you come out with the ground theory. Your knowledge, you developing a theory about that particular of the situations. Okay, this is lacking. Yeah, currently I'm assessing the one student, PhD student from UPM. Yeah, I look at they just explain and explain, and ending with nothing. For me, we will ground grade the PhD level. You have to come up with grounded theory. Yeah, grounded theory is when we doing study. Yeah, qualitative, and then deductive. We have concept of deductive. We are exploring, yeah, observing the data. Then we go to the theory. This is qualitative. For the quantitative, they are inductive. Inductive concept means they have the strong method, strong the theoretical framework. Yeah, what element toward the what element, and what this element have the significant. They come out with the what hypothesis analysis. Okay, this is inductive. Okay. So next is the participatory actions research. This involves the individual's group research their own personal being or social cultural setting and experiences. The last is a case study. Okay, case study, sure. Even though the small number, the respondents that we interview, but you must be ensure this is in-depth investigation. Yeah, it's a big differences with the ethnography and others. Case study, you must be in-depth, yeah, investigation. So at the sampling in the qualitative research, aim to generate a sample as sample with allow understanding the social process of the interest aimed here. So the techniques, normally we look into the purposive sampling, select the most productive samples to answer the research questions. So ongoing interpretations of the data will indicate who should be approaches. Yeah, this is a technique, including the identifications of missing points. Yeah. So how many size of the sample? This is one that adequately the answer research until now is sometimes for researcher is a scholar. Yeah, it depends. Yeah, for us, when your scope is a very big, huge, maybe you will involve the more respondents compared the smaller studies. Yeah, smaller scale studies of your study. Yeah. And then the size also depending on the available times and resources. So this is a few sample techniques in qualitative. The first is snowball. Yeah, I love snowball. Yeah, when I doing the research like about the health issue among the social, not social workers, for those who work with the waste recycle industry, maybe. Yeah, the employer is not allowed me to interview their employee because they're quite sensitive about the health issue among the workers in the particular of the industrial. So during that time, I use a snowball. Yeah, I try to get one and then the other one. Yeah, the technique where existing participant helped identify. The first help us to identify and then recruit the other potential participants. Yeah, okay. This is a snowball, yeah, from one mouth to the other one they introduce us to, and then introducing us, yeah. So this is sometimes involve the very sensitive populations, yeah, studying the hidden, and then somehow it's not easy to get access our respondent. Yeah. The second one we look at the sampling techniques is the extreme deviance is a case sample. The selecting cases of the unusual, unique goals, and particularly what is the outstanding. Yeah. So when to use to understand what where the certain cases exceptionally good or exceptionally bad. Yeah. So this is the things that we want to look into the extreme study. Yeah, the sample or the respondent must be very very focused. Third one is a homogeneous sampling, where it's quite simple. It's a similar characteristic of the respondents. Maybe we interview the teachers in school. Those are teach in maybe Mandarin, let's say. So your targeted respondent is homogeneous. Yeah, your study. The next is about the maximum variation sampling. Selecting participants differ widely across key characteristics and captures the diverse perspective. Okay, so when we're going to study and then we want to get info, I think normally we are using this for our study. Okay, to explore the common terms, themes, and then the emerge the despite differences to show the range or spectrum of experience maybe. Yeah, so we will get the same people in the same frequency, we say, to get the result. Yeah, maybe have the background is quite similar. Mhm. Okay, this is a maximum variation sampling. Next is the convenience. Sure, convenience is like the word convenience sampling. In the random sample, in the quantitative, we also have the convenience sampling. In the quality sample of technical on qualitative research, we also have this convenience sampling. This is a selecting participant who are easier to access and those who are really available. Yeah, sometimes we want to try to make the huge group together is hard. So we go to the convenience sampling one-to-one. If they are not intend to answer our interview, it's okay. We're looking for the other one. Yeah, it's a convenient sampling. And then number six is the occulturistic sampling. Here is the selecting participants and case that suddenly become available during the study. When our study only focus on this, and then later on, the other people or our interview person or our respondent, why not you look at the other way? Yeah, and you can refer to the department of what or department of this to refer the same issue to them. Yeah, so this is the opportunistic, a sampling. Oh, we have the 64 slices, not only 15. I think we can continue until night time. So what is qualitative data? Qualitative data is very subjective. Yeah, the data is not easily reduced to the numbers. And then the data also have to relate to the concept. Yeah, when the explanation, the data must be can see through. Means when your data must be related to the concept of opinions, value, and behaviors. Meaning, although this must become from your framework, your developed theoretical framework in chapter 2. Yeah, you can see through the what may your study, but you cannot conclude in the chapter 2. It's not like quantitative. In quantitative, you must be come up with a conclusion for it. But here not. Here is just a very, 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 very beginning concept or context in the sum of the phenomena that we're going to solve. Thirdly is a transcript of individual interview and focus groups. Few notes from observations and certain activities, copying, and then the document, audio, video recording. This is very important. Yeah. Qualitative analysis. Type of qualitative data, there's a structural text. Yeah. Like we analyze the writing, we analyze the book, we analyze the articles. Yeah. And then we analyze the story. Yeah. This is structured text. Yeah. We already have the book report. Yeah, where we analyze. Secondly, type is what? In unstructured text. This is some transcriptions, interview, focus group, or conservation, study. Yeah, where we try to get the data, but it's not in the structured text. Okay. Next is the audio recording, music. Yeah, important. Yeah, audio recording. But some of nowadays my students some have to make the problem is that they are then using the audio recording. They just write down. When you're qualitative, you must word by words, to get the data from the respondents. So it's a good way now is using the recorder. Yeah. Next is the video recording, graphic, picture, and visual. Yeah. This is some of the method and then the brief explanation. Observation. Here is the researcher get close enough the study subject to the obvious observe with or without participant, usually to understanding whether people to do what they say. Yeah, and then observe. Observe, you must have the what? Checklist. What you're going to observe. And then at this particular site, what is going to happen? Yeah. Okay. Next is the interview. Involve the asking question. Yeah, we need to listening and recording the answer. Focus group discussion. Yeah, focus. We can conduct the focus group discussion. Nowadays, I think more people have this kind of the awareness. Yeah, easy to participate in the focus group. Yeah, discussion. Focus group discussion also can done by the video call like us now using the medium, yeah, online to discuss something else. Yeah. Other methods is a rapid assessment procedure, RAP, free listen, free listing, and pirate shot ranking. All these can use for the as a method assessment. Okay. So the question of the qualitative interview, they have the question like hypothesis. They look into the relationship. Yeah, hypothesis. Type of question they have hypothesis, but it's not hypothesis, but it's the structure like hypothesis. If you get the change to be the HIV scientist, do you think you can discover a vaccine for HIV? This is hypothesis. Provocative. They have the hard people saying most evaluations are subjective, and what do you think? Okay, this is some provocacy. Yeah, ideals. In your opinion, what could be the best solution? Okay, ideal. This one is a question is normally we use. Interpretative. What do you mean by good? This is one. Yeah, when we have the ideal question and then we come up with the interpretative. Leading, do you think prevention is better than cure? Here we lead some things. We're leading. Yeah? We want to get the answer that what we want. Yeah, we have the schema, right? Somehow we interview people. Yeah. Loading. Do you watch the culturally regarding TV show on condom use? This is a sample. Yeah. Loading. Yeah. Any multiples? Tell me your 3 favorite authors, the book you like best by each author, and why you like those book. Okay. Focus of the qualitative questions. Okay. Now experience. Let's say when you told your manager that the project has failed, what happened? Opinion. What do you think about the rule of evaluations of program improvement? Okay. Failing. What do you got to know the project was successful? How did you fail? Okay. And then next is about knowledge. Tell me about the different way of the promoting the PME is an example. Yeah. So this is about to get the knowledge. Input. When you have the lectures on evaluability assessment, what does the instructor tell you? Okay, so this is something input. Yeah, so we can build out the questions in these few terms. Yeah, they telling us the experience, telling us the opinion, okay, telling us about the feeling, knowledge, and input. Okay. So when we interview, we need to preparing our transcript. We can transcript word by word. We can consider non-verbal expressions. Try to do the transcribing yourself and be patient to the study. Yeah, be patient here is a time consumer. Yeah, time consuming, sometimes it take more times. Like my students almost having 6 months for the qualitative data collection, because she sent to the many industrial, they don't want to participate. Yeah, this is some headache things when we do the study. Preparing the meta data logbook. Okay, they look into the project research title, data and data collection, place of the data collections, ID code for the information, and so on. Qualitative analysis. Okay. Okay, we take a rest for 2 to 3 minutes.
Thank you.
Yeah, because 3 hours, right? A big sore throat.
Hello, Prof.
Yeah, okay, I'm here. Can start now?
I have a questions, by the way.
Hmm.
I want to ask you about the sampling techniques that you just explained just now.
Yeah,
So, how do you differentiate the opportunistic sampling and snowball?
snowball.
Yep.
Okay.
Because I feel like when you explain that we can ask for the other departments, right? So at the same time, I think it's quite same with the snowball techniques. So I
Yeah.
can't appreciate that.
Let's say sampling method. I have the study. Wait, where's the data? Okay, let's say the data statistic. No, the our respondent, we are hard to get a respondent. Yeah, my study about the autism's parenting. It's hard to get sense like autism's children. So when I interview one person, I get this family to interview. Later on, I ask them, do you have the friends, their child with autism? Okay. Then they recommend to me few of their friends. This is so-called snowball. Okay. And then from other mouths, and then they get the other friends to us for us. This is snowball. Yeah, snowball. Again, the snow is starting with small, and then they moving, get moving, and then lastly the small ball is bigger and bigger. This is the way we do the data collection. Is it your technique? Is that technique?
When I was doing my degree, yes, I did for the snowball because my respondent is among the managers, cafe manager.
So now, so about now, your study, are you using the snowball?
Y- no, I'm using a simple convenience.
Convenience.
Yeah, sorry, convenience.
Maybe you have the huge sample, a respondent, potential respondent. You interview those are convenient to answer your questions. Yeah, it should be okay. But to make sure your respondent must be homogeneous. Yeah, it's quite similar. Yeah, if not, sometimes we segregate the data based on the study, differences of the different type of the respondents. Like those are governments, governments representative, maybe some from the NGOs. Yeah, you still can use the convenient perspective, but you must make sure you can get a pool of the respondent that you want. Yeah, and then can answering your research questions. Yeah. Okay, so we move. Yeah, thank you for your question.
Okay, thank you, Prof.
Yeah, thank you. Qualitative data analysis is a QDA is a range of the process or procedure whereby we move from the qualitative data that have been collected into the some form of the explanation, understanding and interpretation of the people and the situations that we are investigating. Yeah, qualitative data analysis. So QDA is usually based on the interpretative philosophy. Yeah, okay. Qualitative. Some of the research are very rigid. Yeah, some are not. For me, as long as you can get the respondent, they can represent your scope of study. That is enough. Yeah. Approach in analysis. Yeah, sure. Deductive. Using your research question to group the data, they look for the similarity and differences. So use when time and resources are limited. Deductive. Qualitative refer to the deductive. Yeah. And then use when the qualitative research is a small components of the large quantitative study. So inductive approach used when the qualitative research is a major design of the inquiry, using the emergent framework to group the data and look for the relationship. Inductive approach normally for me is quantitative. Deductive. In the qualitative, we cannot conclude in the chapter 2 saying they have the strong relationship with A to B. No, it's a quite common relationship among them. Yeah. And then when you run the data analysis, yeah, describing everything, and then come out with the context, the hypothesis, yeah, showing that they have the relationship from A to B and B to C, let's say. Yeah. Point of focus in analysis data is the content analysis, maybe. Evaluate the attitude of the speaker toward the message. Yeah. Important things, yeah. As a qualitative, we get the content, but we have to see the attitude, the people, yeah, their expressions. Are they really talk the real thing, or they are keep something like silent or behind the screen? Yeah, you may ask them again and again. Yeah, that's why we need the deep study of the qualitative. Whether content or message is means by the representative, individual or group share idea. Yeah, and then the actual versus the hypothetical experience. So the degree to which the speaker is representing the actual versus the hypothetical experience. So as a qualitative, you must be very what? You cannot bias to any groups. Yeah, do remember we cannot bias to any groups. It will influence our final decisions when we come up the hypothetical experience. Yeah, saying with the more exposure to the treatment ABC can reduce the EDF diseases, let's say. Yeah, we cannot guide the people to answering this positively, but must be very naturally to get the information and present it into the very natural context. Yeah, no bias at all. That's why somehow so unique have to record, yeah, the data. Why again here? Qualitative and quantitative. This is a data analysis. Qualitative begin with the more general opening-ended questions, quite opening. Move towards greater precisions as the information emerge. Yeah, predefine the variable. Just the predefined variables are not identified in advance. Yeah, predefine. Okay, they have this element, this element, this element, and describing more. And then the primary analysis in an inherent part of the data collection. This is quali. And quanti tomorrow, yeah, is a more toward the key exploratory and outcome variables identified in advance. That's why they must be having the very strong hypothesis although we have the very strong in so-called explanation, yeah, relationship among the variable. Okay. And then in quantitative, contextual and confronting, variable identify and control. Data collections and analysis distinctly separate phases, and then analyzing using the formal statistical procedure. This is a quantitative. Yeah. Due to helping the analytical process. Yeah. Social sciences. I have the friend thing, I still remember, yeah, when I doing my PhD. My friend saying, hey, Tawi, you're doing social science easier. Because she's from science. For me, science is more easier. You do running your experiment, then you using the simple analysis, saying that the data have the strong relationship among here A and B. But we are social sciences when we, especially using the qualitative, yeah, we have to meet people, and then the some of the people will recommend us to meet some other people. They may take more time. The time consumes more over them. Yeah. So summary should contain the key point that emerge from understanding the specific activity. So when analysis, we must be very specific. Yeah. So memos allow you to take the record of the idea that occur to you about any aspect of your research. Yeah. Do you think of them? Okay. Term use of qualitative analysis theory, a self-interpreted concept definition. Propositions that present the systematic view of the event or the situations by the specific relations among the variable. A theory. Teams. This is the idea of the category. Yeah. Importance for the quality analysis is come up with a team. Yeah. They emerge from the grouping of the lower level data points. Yeah. Where we doing the data collections or direct to the team. Yeah. Characteristic is a single item event in the text, similar to an individual response to the variables or indicators in the quantitative research. Then in the qualitative, also we need the coding, coding label, the text, into the certain during the analysis. Sometimes what our software analysis qualitative, required the coding team, all of this. Coding short, compilation of the similar coding, block the text from the different sources. Indexing, process for generate a word list comprising all substantive word of their location within the text, enter into the program. Okay, this is a few things normally we use in the qualitative, especially that when you involved in using the software, qualitative analysis software. So this is a few principles of qualitative analysis. The first, people defer to the experience and understanding of the reality. Yeah. Secondly, a social phenomena can be understood outside its own context. Any qualitative research can be used to describe phenomena or generate theory ground on the data. Fourth is understanding human behavior much slowly and not linearly. Yeah, this is sometimes that we faces. Yeah, exceptional cases just yet insight in the problem and a new idea for the further inquiry. This is a principle in the data analysis. Features of the analysis data analyzed in the circular and non-linear. Circular. We look into the team. We look into the issue that occur in the team. And then we cannot conclude yet. Otherwise, once everything's themes that we data collection, we got the summary and then we conclude. This is secular. It's not like quantitative. Quantitative more toward the linear. Interactive and progressive, cross interactions of the data, and then the data collections and analysis is as simultaneous. Level of analysis varies. The use of inflections that was good. So can be sorted in many ways, and then qualitative data itself has a meaning. Every words have the meanings. So that's why when we analyze, word by word, from the what we record, from the recorder. Noticing and collective and thinking model. This is the way of the thinking model for the qualitative. We call it collect things, notice things, and think about things. This is a circle where we macam dukung or we look into our study. The process for qualitative data analysis, this is organize the data, identify the framework, the scope, where we are, your framework, and then it's not the real framework, but you're understanding what's the elements in your framework should be studied. Sort data in the framework. Use the framework for the descriptive analysis. When the data come out, you describe the analysis and second order analysis for the step 5. Step one, like organize the data. We put the data into the software. Yeah, we need the data cleaning, label the data, either structuring or familiarizing. Yeah, they into the group or structure it. Yeah, this is depend on the what type of the software that you use. Secondly, is identify the framework. Here, we need to read. Yeah, identify framework the explanatory guide to research question. Yeah, we need to have the exploratory guide by the data. Yeah, during this framework. Okay, framework will structure, label, and define data. We label it using the what? Coding. Okay, coding, before coding, we team it up. Yeah, and then with the what code. Yeah, inside there. So the framework totally is the coding plan. Yeah, we look into the structure itself, and then we look to the sub team. And from sub team, maybe we have the sub team. It depends to your design, yeah, of your framework. Short data in framework. So we coding the data, then we modify the framework, and then data entry if use the computer package. Very simple if you use the qualitative using the data entry in the computer package. Yeah, sometimes I think is you can control the result. This is something that I think is not ethics. Yeah, some of the researcher try to put it into the when the coding saying is not really have the relationship. She try or he try to prove they have the relationship, but when go the study, they have the no relationship about the for the conclusion for the particular issue. Yeah, they later on they modify and in the coding. Yeah, this is an ethical. Yeah, use the framework in descriptive analysis. Yeah, describe range of the response in the category, identify the recurrent themes. Yeah. When we describe it, maybe we need to what? To structure back the theme. Maybe we start with a 5 theme. Later on, the after study, our framework showing just only 3 themes that particular things that is highly or significantly in this study area. Yeah, case study based on case study. Yeah. So for the research of exploratory research, the beginning, we start at here. We stop here. Yeah. For the next step 5, exploratory is not come to here. Yeah. Here is the more detailed one. Identify the recurrent themes. Yeah, we restructure the current theme. Notice the pattern in the data. Yeah. See the pattern of the data. Identify the respondent clusters. Search for the causality and identify the related themes where you can cluster it. Yeah. Even though we do have the data of the through the in vivo and so on, they have a cluster. Maybe the analysis showing the less or others. So meaning some other things that you can merge the theme. Yeah. Merging the theme. Yeah, that's why they're sorting out. So search the data to answer the research question, develop a hypothesis and test hypothesis. During this part, we identify it. Now, are they have the strong relationship or not? Okay. Type of qualitative analysis, content analysis, normally people use. Narrative analysis, disclose analysis, framework analysis, and grounded theory. Meaning, from the end, you granted the grounded theory for the study. This is a big contribution, actually. Yeah. Content analysis is a content analysis, the procedure for the category of the verbal and behavioral data from the purpose of the classification, summarizing and tabulations. Yeah, describe what is the data is, yeah, and then we interpret it. Yeah, the mean by the data. Yeah, do remember we describing what is the data, we coding, then we interpret it. Narrative is the other way, where the analysis is transcribed experience. Every interview or observation has the narrative aspect. The research has to short out the reflects up on them. So enhance them and present them in the revised shape of the reader. So the core activity in narrative activity is reformulate. Narrative is reformulate the story or the reformulate our team. Yeah, this is a narrative. Discourse analysis is a spoken interactions where analyze the natural occurring thought. It will all type of the written text. Okay, focus on ordinary people methods of the produce, the making sense of everyday social life. So how language is used everyday situations, like sometimes people express themselves in a simple and straightforward way. Okay, discourse analysis. Yeah, sometimes people express themselves, yeah, regularly and indirect way. This is the way we analyze. Yeah, discourse. Yeah, so analyze must refer to the context when interpreting the message. Yeah. Here again, when we discourse analysis, many people go for the what? Bias. Yeah, they're misunderstanding the text behind the text. Yeah, so you must be very clear. And then when you write down your analysis or your coding, you must always remember, you can hear back, remember, hear again to see whether is it the true interpretation from your side. Yeah. Some of the researcher, like my students, they are quite confusing or was kita Melayu. Is it they saying this way or saying that way? It's okay for me. And then the best way is you can contact back to the respondent, asking them at this scenario is in which stand you stand at pro or con, or what's the meaning for these terms. Yeah, you can call back them. Yeah, to what to justify something, to make sure when you come down to the summary, yeah, you're not biased. Yeah. Framework analysis is familiarizing the transcribing and reading the data. You identifying the thematic framework. Okay, everything in the framework you're understanding. In initial coding framework, yeah, sure. This one is you can work out by using the software, and then using the coding, using the numbering or context coding, and the charting, and then mapping the interpretation. Yeah. Somehow it's also biased because I also use the system. Yeah. Somehow it's also biased. So you must have the proper coding insight into the system analysis. Okay, grounded theory, analytic inclusions. Start with the explanations and single cases. Yeah, predefine. We predefine. It's not go to conclusion. Yeah. So population, in order to formulate the general statements about a population and concept or the hypothesis. Then the analysis examine another cases of see whether it's a fit to the statement. So growth theory is important for those qualitative analysis. Yeah, they from the idea come up with a team, and then they come up with a new theory. Yeah. But the theory normally we refer to the case study, yeah, because the qualitative more refer to the case study. Okay. If then fit to these two top options, either the statement is changed to the fit both cases, or the definitions of the population is changed in such way that the cases is no longer a member of the newly defined population. Yeah. Okay, so then the other cases is selected and then the process continues. Yeah, so the method is only for the limited set of analytical problem. Yeah, so those can be solved with some general overall statements for the ground theory. So here is the strategy for analyzing the observation. Yeah, we need to understanding the chronology, yeah, of the study. Yeah, when to start and when to end up. Yeah, we observe. Yeah, observation. Like teacher observe us, as a lecturer observe the students. Yeah, this is all observations analysis. Key events describe the critical incidents. Yeah, the major events, not necessarily in order to occurrence, but it's order of the important. Yeah. Various setting is up to you. Yeah. Location. Yeah, it depends to your research design. Yeah. People describing the individual or group involved in the event. Yeah, maybe it involved the process. Yeah, describing important the process and the issue. Yeah. What's about our study? So back to your issue, back to your research design. Yeah, you will understanding where to go. Quality in qualitative study must be internal validity, true value, credibility. Yeah, okay, it's very important. Secondly, is a transferability, external validity. So we need somehow outsider to validate it. Yeah. Dependability, reality, consistency. Dependability audit. Yeah, this is flexible, general, and so on. Okay. Conformability is more toward the objectively. Yeah, neutrally and conformity audit. Yeah, at this solution. So qualitative software, I think nowadays they have many software, and Vivo is the most things we use. Even though now ChatGPT also very good software to analyze. Yeah. When I try to using the ChatGPT, yeah, I put on the coding for the what I interview. Later I ask him to try to interpret and then to analyze the record where I type into, and later on they can come up with a very I think very nice and very sweet idea somehow. Yeah, to guide us how to answer it. Yeah. Traditional method, qualitative. Yeah, they describe. There's a few things. Yeah, so-called qualitative traditional. Yeah, coding. They not really to code, but more toward the content analysis. Yeah. Okay, software. Yeah, I think you all know already. Yeah, many software can helping us. Yeah. Some of my students log into the Shopee to buy the lesson for the and Vivo is quite cheap. Yeah. Use the computer software in qualitative study. We're describing the data, writing, editing the data, storage the data, coding the data. What is the keywords and tags? Yeah. And then search the retrieval of the data linkage. Okay. And then the write up and editing the memos about the data, display the selections, reduction data, graphic mapping. Yeah, some of the data software they map up mapping. Yeah, very simple mapping. Yeah, and preparing a report. How to choose the software? I think nowadays few software. I think you can try Google to get the more suitable software that easy for you to access and to analysis. Yeah, now get a lot of the software. Yeah, this is few software, qualitative software. I think it's old timer also. Some of the software here. Basic step in qualitative software: install the program. I don't need to teach you. You know already. Yeah. This is step by step. Yeah, qualitative. It depends to the type of the software that you use. Yeah. Writing in the qualitative report. Yeah, here is some things like some students can do very well and some couldn't. Okay, writing qualitative report is a research generate the rich information, deciding where a focus and the level of sharing in is a very challenging. Yeah, not all the words of the people that we drop down into our write up, right? We pick up the important things. Yeah, when we pick up, also we must be very what no bias. Yeah, no bias at all. Getting ready to write must come close to the point of the maturations. Yeah, be aware the resources, constraints, and sponsors' interests. Maybe you got some sponsor. And then organize your material, list of coding, summary, maybe can put into the table or thematic structure. Okay, this is the way we are reporting. Writing a chrono cycle. So meaning it's a chronology, yeah, where from the point 1 to point B or point C by your head. Okay. Choosing the type of the focus format. Yeah, maybe it refer to the format, field report, but normally this is format. Yeah, focus on academic, conceptual framework theories, methodology, and interpretation. Practitioners, concrete suggestion for a better practice, policy recommendation, and lay readers, problem solving, and so on. You must focus. Yeah. So the best thing is later on I share. Yeah, we finish these slides. Yeah. So variations in the report formats, problem solving approaches, narrative approaches, like just how we share about, policy approaches, evidence-based, or analytics approaches based on the theoretical and conceptual framework basis. Okay, reporting quality research, qualitative, typical, use the quote from data. You describe and direct link with the data and credibility. Way to use a quote, you may use the illustrative, range of the issue maybe, and opposition's view. You can explain, yeah, respondent R1 have a totally different with the opinion of the respondent 10 or 13. Let's say why, yeah, and so on. Yeah. Reporting without quotes, list the range of the issue, rank of the sequences issue, describe type of behavioral, strategy and experiences, and then report proportions, maybe majority of the respondent, most of the respondent, many of the respondent, or 3 of the respondents, 4 of the respondent, 4 of the 10 respondent, they say. Yeah. Flow diagram must be decision making, or maybe even or event sequencing, and so on. Interpretations is the art of the identifying and explaining the core meaning of the data. So interpretation. I find out through the system of the assessment students as the external examiner and internal. Sometimes the students' data is very nice. Okay, they have the coding, R1 saying this is, R2 saying this is, R3 saying this is. But when go to the data interpretation as a summary, most of the students got the, not failure, but weaknesses on it. You, at the same time, want to explain it, but must be given the what happened to maybe the during the discussion. Yeah, you interpret the what you have, the majority you have, and then what's the other cases. Yeah, at the outside, look into the same issue, and then either they support with the study by maybe Seo 2008 and so on. Yeah, so organizing and connecting the emerged team, sub-team, you see, and contradictions to get the bigger picture is all means. So you have to relate team by team or sub-team by sub-team, yeah, into the whole picture of the framework. Okay. And next is make the generalizing, the providing the answer or to the questions and social theoretical significance. Yeah, you have to call back the theory. Because of qualitative analysis, you have to call back your theory or call back to the qualitative. Yeah. And then to ensuring the credible and trustworthy, yeah, interpretations. Yeah. So you have to trust. Okay. Send the format. Okay, this is just a format reporting only. Yeah, it's nothing much. Yeah. So I end up here. Yeah. Any questions? Yeah. We go to the questions. Yeah. Maybe we will make up tomorrow again. Okay. Okay. Thank you for your attention here. Yeah. Any questions? Do remember when we describing some things, we must relate to the literature review, previous study. They may support us or may have the differences of the opinion. Yeah, this is a good discussing. Yeah, without literature review to support or without anything, they have the differences of the opinion we put inside here, meaning our report just a report only. This is not the thesis of the PhD. Yeah, it's not into the academia standard. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Any questions? Okay, Cik Muzi, I hope that just now I can answering your question. Yeah, how to differentiate opportunities, sampling and snowball. Yeah, thank you. Okay, yeah. Okay, any question? Someone can take the picture, yeah, and then I have to show it for CGS, yeah.
Do we have to turn on our camera?
Yeah, okay, sure, yeah, yeah, you are encouraged, yeah, to turn on, yeah. Just now maximum is 40 something, yeah, of the students attended, yeah. Yeah, excuse me, your, okay, thank you, Dr. Noadila also, yeah, given us what attendance, yeah, you have to fill out, yeah, attendance, yeah. Okay, wait. Take a moment. I try to snap. Can get a smile. Yeah, sweet smile. Yeah. Hey, wait. No, suddenly Izzat is coming in. Yeah. Okay. Okay, ready with the camera? 1, 2, 3. Yes, it's in that picture. Have been taken. Oh, Alif, now your hair is very nice. Alif hair. Okay, I salute with the people have the hair. Yeah, it's look nice. Yeah, I also have hair. Yeah, just a less. Okay, one more. Can I take one more because Alif he's coming in? Yeah, the last. Okay. Okay, yeah, thank you. Cairo pula masuk tiba-tiba. Ada juga nampak. Okay, thank you everyone. Yeah, do remember you have to fill out the attendance form. Yeah, Google form. Yeah. Okay, thank you. And then tomorrow again, yeah, about the quantitative analysis. Yeah, result and discussion. Okay, see you tomorrow. Have a good day. Thank you. Okay.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Doctor.
Prof.
Yeah,
Thank you, Prof.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, Prof.
Yeah,
Thank you,
thank
Prof.
you, CGS. Yeah, representative from CGS.